Good afternoon, everybody. I have going to make this video that tells you how to predict the when a triple's coming in your state. And because I'm really busy launching the Ohawa Challenge and some other websites, I'm going to put this out here. I'm making this video for my friend Richard. My friend Richard is in New Jersey and wants to get a triple. So we've been watching it, and because I've been so busy, it's hard for me to explain every day what he's looking for, and we don't want him to miss it. So I'm going to put this out, and it's going to explain to everybody exactly how to do this on your own. Watch it now, because when I'm done with the other websites, I'm going to put it behind a paywall, and it'll cost you $39 to learn this. But well worth it still. But I'm going to show you. So there's a whole bunch of things. I've been watching this for 25 or 30 years, and there's a pattern that has to do with the triples, and it seems to have to do with the whole country. I have no idea why it works. I have theories, but that's a whole nother video. Right now, I just want to show Richard how to do this on his own, and that nothing is guaranteed. You're only putting the odds in your favor, and you're trying to catch the triples. And what happens is you can catch the triples about half of the time. And the reason I say that is because you only play when about more than half the time these indicators will come out before a triple hits. And you can tell that a triple is trying to hit, and then you can tell which triple it's likely to be. We only play when we see indicators, because if you play all the time, you waste a lot of money that you don't have to waste. So the fact that you're not going to waste all that money also means you're going to miss half of them, but you're going to get the other half, and that's pretty significant because each state has generally between 3 to 15 triples a year. It averages around 5 to 8, 5 to 7, somewhere in there. So we're going to specifically focus on New Jersey today for Richard, and today is July 2nd. They already did the draw for the midday draw, so that's what the screen that we're looking at right here. So 545 came in on midday. So you look at each draw separately. There is some crossover, but that just muddies things up. So the fact that 545 came in, here's your first thing you're looking for. This is your indicator that a triple could be trying to come in a certain state. The first number, 5, has repeated. So if this had been 554 or 545 or anything where the first number repeats, that's an indicator that a triple is trying to make a hit. For some reason, it doesn't correlate with the back number. So if the second number had double hit, that doesn't mean really anything. It can give you a little bit more weight in some areas, but what you're looking for is the first number to repeat. So here we have it, 5 repeated right here, 545. So that tells us that in New Jersey, it's a potential for a triple to be trying to hit. So that means we're talking about, it already was drawn today, so we're going to look at what it might be tomorrow. So here's where we start. Now this is the paid version of Lottery Post. I wish they had an affiliate program, because I probably sell a ton of memberships for them. For years we've paid them $8 a month so that we could do these searches, because I really don't know where else you can do these kind of searches. But you go to Lottery Results. This is a phenomenal, wonderful site too. They're wonderful. And you go to Lottery Results search engines. This is where you start, because this is what's important. This is how you do this. So you go to the Pick 3 game. And then you go up here. This, I have never checked it in other countries, but it works in the United States. So you go to United States and you go to check all, because you're going to look at all the states. Okay, so we got them all checked. And then you go to continue. And then you're going to hit all triples. Okay, and at the moment, triples only can be done straight. You don't have to, it doesn't matter straight. There's no other way to play them except straight or exact. And we only really need to look at the last 20 for the past 30 days, but I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to go with 100 on a page, and I'm going to go with the past 7 years to show you what I'm talking about. Now you're going to say, so we got 100 on a page. Okay, right here is the newest ones. Most recently in Indiana, 666 came in, And then but just before that in Idaho, 999. And this on the 25th, look at 4 times. Generally in the country, you get not quite every day, but I would say two-thirds. It averages to be nearly one a day. A triple will come in somewhere in the country, but it does it like this. This 25th, there was 4 different ones. It's really not exactly one a day, because it's really more like 75% of the time. So there's probably 250 to averages 250 triples a year coming in the country. But okay, so you see, like on this day, on Sunday the 25th, 4 different triples came in, and then the 28th. So generally, it's like 22nd had 2, 23rd, then the 25th had 4. But you can see. But let me show you just right here. This has been going on. This happens this way for years. Don't have any idea why. But look at this. This is nationally. Now, 8s came in, then 9s came in. So they come in, they either repeat themselves or they come in real, like one up or down. But they'll make complete changes, but then they'll do the same thing again. So now here we give a switch over, and then 7, so you're in a switching, but then 2s and then 1s. So 2s, 1s. Then it switches over to 5s, but it's 5s, 6 repeats, then it goes down to 5. So now you go back here, and it's switching over, but it goes back to 2s. Hopefully you can see this pattern. Now, then 5s go back to 5. So when 5s come in, it's 2s and 5s had just come in. So 5 is repeating itself there. It kind of makes a switch over, but then this mostly goes on and on. So there's 6s, then 7s, then 8s, then back down to 5s. Now you got 2s, and 2s hit twice, but then there's your 5s again. So the last 2 numbers, if you can see this, then 5 goes to 6. Now it makes a switch. It goes to 0, but then to 1s, then back to 0, 0. See how they repeat? 7s and 3s like to play together. I don't know why, but I like them. They're my favorite numbers. So then you got a rogue 7 here off the 0, but then it goes 3 and then 3 again, and then back to the 0. So you can sort of see this pattern that happens. Now 0 and 9 are next to each other, and then 0 and 1 are next to each other, and then 1 and 2 are next to each other, and then back to 9 and 0. You see how it does a certain thing where it either repeats or goes to the ones one up or one down, and it just keeps following these patterns, and that helps you narrow things down. Now you can see 1 and 1, 9 and 9. 9 comes in 3 different times. It comes in South Carolina, then in Tri-State, then in Pennsylvania, like in the same 2 days, and then it goes to 1s. 1s come into Missouri, then in Iowa, and then Georgia has 2s, and it goes back to 1s in Arizona, and then it goes back to 2s in Virginia, and then back to 1s in the Tri-State. I mean, this stuff happens all the time. I could go pages and pages back. I could just randomly pick a page of this 18 pages, right? I can pick any random page, and we'll go back a few pages just to tell you I can pick any random page, and you'll see this. So here's 3 pages back. 0, and then 0 again, and then 7, 7, 7, and then 7 goes to 8, and then back to the 0 it was before. I mean, this pattern just keeps, these patterns like this continue on and on and on. 9 is next to 0 because it goes in a circle, so 0, 9. And it's very, very consistent. 1s come in, and then 7s come in, and then 1s come in again, and then 7s, and then 1s, and then 7s. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, this is a very clear pattern. I mean, pretty much you can see. Then 2s off of the 1s, and then 2s again, and then 3s off of the 2s, and then back to 1s and 3s. I mean, here's 7, 7, 7 again. This is Virginia, then New Jersey, then West Virginia. Okay? So you can see what is trending, and then here, look, 6s come in Michigan, then in Georgia, then in Mississippi, then in New Mexico. Okay? So this tells you whatever is coming in nationally, that's what you, so when you see an indicator, so you see an indicator that a triple is coming in your state by looking at your state. So you looked at your state and you saw an indicator that a triple is coming in, but could potentially come in. This is you saw the indicator. So here we are talking about New Jersey, and we're making predictions for New Jersey because we're helping Richard. So we saw the indicator, the 5, the first number repeated itself, 5, 4, 5, okay? And forget these extras and fireballs. Don't play them. Sorry, lottery. Never mind. So we have an indicator that potentially a triple is trying to come in. So now we're going to go. Then we went and looked at national. So I'm going to do this again for you. You hit lottery results. And if you want to do this, you're going to have to pay the lottery post, the $8 a month. because there's no other way that I know of to see this in this way. So you go to lottery results search engine again, you go to pick three, you go to United States, you go to check all, you go down, you go to continue, you hit all triples, you go to search. So again, now we're gonna try to tell what's coming in the United States right now. Specifically, we're looking at New Jersey for my friend Richard, but we're just gonna look at the past 30 days and the last 20 results because that's all we need. So we know that sixes hit on the 28th in Indiana. That was 4 days ago. So it's time again for a triple to come in somewhere in the U.S. Sixes was the last one. 9 was the one before that. 0 is next to 9. We know because of this that the most likely next number to hit is sixes. And look, sixes came in twice here. Sixes are got a roll. We don't get superstitious about 666 because if in numerology 666 was also the number of Jesus, and so when I went on 666, I know Jesus sent it. So, but anyway, so sixes is the most likely to come in. But the other next most likely would be equally likely would be fives or sevens off of the sixes or nines, and every once in a while a zero because we're going back with this sixes back here. But mostly first most likely anywhere in the country is sixes. The next most likely would be fives, sevens, or nines because the fives or sevens will roll off of that six, and the nines could just roll back around. Okay, so we know right now today, July 2nd, in the United States, a triple should come in somewhere in the United States, and it will most likely be 666, 555, 777, 9, or 999. That's most likely. It will come in most likely. These are the odds. If I was playing anywhere in the United States, that's what I play. Now, we're looking specifically at the midday for New Jersey. So we're going to go back up here to lottery results, and then we're going to go to daily numbers games. And then we're going to turn off the pick four because we don't want any extra distractions. And we're going to go down here to, because we're doing this for our friend in New Jersey, we're going to go down here and we're going to click New Jersey so that we can now see what I call the vertical run. Okay, so here you are in New Jersey. This is what has been coming in New Jersey. Now I'll show you how I know this, but I also know that in the state of New Jersey, there's been 2 triples so far this year. Now, we're already in July. We're already in the second half of the year. And normally in a state, you get, like I said, around 5 to 7 triples is an average. And so there's should be more triples coming in New Jersey. And the 2 triples that did come in are 777 and 999. And believe it or not, it's contrary to what you would believe, but they like to repeat. Things like to repeat. They like to repeat in the same state, they like to repeat nationally, they like to repeat in the state. So if you're in New Jersey, it's a good chance sometime this year 777 will come in again, or 999 will come in again. So those have extra weight in New Jersey. Now, you're looking here, so look at here. On June 27, 616 came in. So there's your first number, and there it repeated again at the end, 2 sixes. So this tells me midday. That indicated that a triple is trying to make a hit. Okay, but once you see this indicator, the most likely time that the triple will hit is either the next draw, or it'll go 1, 2, 3, and it'll be the 4th draw. So you'll skip 3 in between, and it'll be the 4th draw. That's the most likely time that the triple will hit. And I'll have to go back and show you on other draws how that happens and how often it happens. So when you start to get, so it indicated that a triple was trying to come in here. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, and then by the time it hits the 4th draw, this indicator is starting to not have so much weight anymore. So it was starting just to be like, okay, it didn't come in, but we'll stop playing triples now for a while. But then boom, 545 came in. So now it says, okay, again, it's trying to hit on midday, triples trying to hit. Now you see on night, there's no front thing only till way back here. That's too far back. Before it's going to be a good indication on the night in New Jersey, you need another indicator that's too far back. Now, that doesn't mean a triple won't hit on night in New Jersey. It means we wouldn't spend money on that because we're trying to reduce what we spend and increase the odds. So again, this is a strategy and a system that's been working for years. And if you do it exactly to the strategy, which is important, then you can get half of the ones that come in your state, which means you can win 2 to 5 times a year, maybe on a good year. If some of these years really a lot, but so okay, so now we have an indication in New Jersey that a triple wants to come in. Now we're going to look in New Jersey and we're going to go what's running in vertically. First thing you look for is vertical. Okay, so what's running vertically hot? What's hot? And it's what's hot. It's almost always what's hot. Hot is much more important than cold. Cold can stay cold forever. Hot, just like it likes to repeat. Things like to repeat. So you've got 999, and then you don't have any more. But then you got 777. And so you look, whatever's closest up here is stronger. It's a little hard to show you because this is not the perfect setup. But it's clear that 7s are running vertical and 9s are running vertical. And that's the ones that are more likely to come in. So you might think 555 because 545 came in. 555 has a chance of rolling off 666 nationally, but it's more likely in New Jersey that you're going to get the vertical thing has more weight. So 7s or 9s have more weight, and 7s and 9s are the two that came in New Jersey before, and 6s came in nationally. So 6s can roll 5s or 7s, and then 9s were the one before that, so that can throw 9s. So personally, in New Jersey, and the last one that came in New Jersey was 7s, and then it was 9s, and I can't remember the dates of the two, but so honestly, the strongest one would be 7s and 9s are about equally strong. Okay, those are the best chance of coming in. There's a slight chance of 5s, and a very slight chance of 6s. But mostly here so you would play a triple, and it's most likely to come in tomorrow midday or Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tomorrow midday or Thursday is what this 545 indicates. Now, again, those are the most likely ones. So I would, if it was me in New Jersey, I would not play the night because we're trying to put the odds in our favor and spend less money. And I would play tomorrow midday, and I would play 7s and 9s, and might play 1555 and 166 and a couple bucks on 7s and 9s. And then that's what's most likely for New Jersey. Now I hope that was clear. So let's go back and how we do the whole national one. And again, it goes in this order. The first thing you look for, okay, you're going to do this yourself, and this is going to be out there for free for a while until I finish the other sites. And if you want to be a better version of yourself, come on over to the ohawachallenge.com because that's the one we're working on right now. So you first go to Lottery Results Search Engine. Again, this is a paid service from Lottery Post. I think it's about $8 a month. You go to pick 3. If you're in the United States, you go to United States and check all because you're looking at the whole country. Okay. For whatever reason, whatever's happening in the country, and this isn't just with triples, this is with all the numbers, what's happening in the country tends to repeat itself all over the country. So if you have a certain number that you like to play, look and see whether it's coming in all over the country, because it's more likely to come in your state if it's coming in the other states. So that's another little tip for you too. What's hot is I had to learn from people who've done this for years, and I had this guy that taught me years ago, because I used to think everything went out to balance out, and that is a true statement in the long term, but in the short term, it follows what is trending. What's hot is hot. Play what's hot, because that's what is your most likely bets. In the long run, things will balance back out, but that's over a long time. It's not in the short term. It's always the hot numbers. So we're going to go to search for the nationals, and the first thing you're looking at, what's coming in nationally. It's 6s was the last one, and 9s. 6s and 9s got a good chance of hitting in this somewhere in the country, and then it rolls off of the last one. So it also has a good chance of fives and sevens. So sixes, fives, so five, six, sevens, and nines. In specifically in the order of sixes are the most likely, and then five, sevens, or nines are the next secondary, but somewhere in the U.S. And it looks like pretty soon, like I said, you got here's the 20th, and it skips 22nd, 23rd, then it skips a day, then four it comes in four of them, then it skips a few days, and 20th, and now we're 4 days out since a triple. Somewhere in the U.S. in the next day or two, a triple will hit. At this point, it's most likely a 666, possibly a 555, 777, or 999. Okay, so you understand that's the first thing you look at. Now you go back to lottery results and you look at your state. So I travel a lot, and the moment I happen to be in New York, let's show you New York. And by the way, you can only play in the state that you're actually physically in. That's a law, and it's a pain because I would like to play in all the states, but that's what it is, and I can only play in the other states when I go there. So here we are at New York. We got 752, 341. We don't have any front indicators right there, but we're going to go back and we're going to look at it over here, and we're going to go daily number games again. Going to get rid of the pick four so we have less to look at. We're going to go down the row, and I'm going to go to New York because now I want to know what's going to happen in New York today. And here's where we're at. So what I'm going to tell you something that I'm not showing you, and I'll show you that next, but New York has not had a triple for a good 6 months probably. I think the last time we had a triple, it was January 10th. This is July 2nd. That is a very, very long time to not have a triple come in your state. Generally, when you get out about 4 or 5 months, it's overdue to come in. A triple's overdue. So a triple is really overdue to come in New York. That means it could come in anytime without indicators or anything. Fun. So we do on our midday, we have an indicator right here. 878 is an indicator a triple's trying to come in. And now we're looking at what's coming in vertical. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last day that indicator has any value. So if another double front at least doesn't come in, then that kind of goes cold. And we haven't had a back indicator or a nighttime indicator in a while, since way back here on the 23rd. These back ones have a little weight, but not very much. They don't indicate anything. I'll show you what weight they have in some other draws. But okay, so this is the last time this indicator is any good for our system. And as you can see, we had 8s trending vertical, we had 1s trending vertical, and really the trend that is most important is the one closest to the last draw. So you have 2, there's no 2s. You have 5, there's no 5s trending vertical. You have 7s, there's no vertical trend of 7s. There is a vertical trend of 6, 1 back. There's a vertical trend of 1s, 1 back. Ones are not running nationally, so really the best play here is 666 for midday. But it could be stronger. One of our favorites is 333. You might have noticed, but the 3s are way back here. So if you had to make a guess, it would be your best guess is midday 666. There's literally no real indicators or trends over here on night. So anybody's guess, like I said, a triple is going to hit New York pretty darn soon, or likely, and I have like no idea which one it's going to be today. 666 on midday is the best bet here. So hate it when it does that, because you know what's coming in. And so then you can go back here. You can go back here to lottery results, and you can go to lottery results search engine. Let me show you what I'm talking about here on this. So now you can go to pick 3, and you can just, instead of picking, you can pick United States, but instead of check all, you just go to your individual state. So I will show you for New York, wherever New York has gone to, right there, just for New York. And continue. We're going to look at all the triples, but we're just going to look at New York for this year so far, 2023, and we're going to search. The only triple that's come in New York this year is 666. Now, that said, it's very likely that 666 likes to repeat. All of them like to repeat. this is still the most likely. So 666 on midday, still the most likely thing for New York because it likes to repeat. And I'll show you what I mean because let me see if I'll do New York again and I'll show you something. And this happens I can show you in all the states, but let's go back to New York and let's go for the last all available history. And let's do 100 of them on a page. And I will show you what I'm talking about. So this is 2022. Here we are in New York with only one triple, and that was 6 months ago nearly. So we're probably going to have more than one triple this year, and it's overdue, and it's more likely sixes. But here's what I'm saying: this same trend happens in the states. There was a 3. So look, let's go back down here. Here we are in 2020. 888 hit in July of 2020. Then in August of 2020, 888 hit again. And then in November 2020, 888 hit again. And then the next one, the next year was March of 2021, and it was 888 again. And then, and I tell you, for some reason, 3s and 8s and 7s like to play. I don't know why. And then here we are in the next month, a month later, 333 hits. But then in September, we go back to 8s. And then again in November, we go back to 8s. Do you see how many times 8s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. The same 888 hit 6 times in New York between July of 2020 and November of 2021. That is proof right there that they like to do the streak. And then when it did change, it went to 7s. It went up, then it goes to 4s, and then to 5s, 4 to 5, then 5 to 6. Then it rolls back to 3 here, but then 3 to 4, and then back to 6s again. So, I mean, it does this up and down, and it loves to repeat. And here, look at it back here. 111 came in 3 different times. That was in 2019 when 1 came in 3 times. You look at how many times 333 in 2019. 333 came in 3 times in 2019. It does this in all the states. No idea why. We had 1 year, let me go back, where 5s came in. This was a 5 came in here, 2015, and then here again, and then here again, and then here again. And it's not logically intuitive to what you would think happens, but it's what happens. So there's 333, then 333 again. There's 777, 777, 777, then again 777. This is all in New York State. These are numbers that are theoretically triple numbers that should only come in once every 1,000 draws. That's one time every 3 years on a per draw, and they're coming in over and over and over and over. Okay, so it's patterns. You can't miss them. Can't miss them if you're just looking. So you can put the odds in your favor, and you can catch the triples in your state about half the time. So let's go and look again. Let me do some other states. Let's just say, so you can see what I mean too. So we've only had one this year, but here is 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. That's about right. In 2021, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little low. 2020, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about right. 2019, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times a triple came in. 2019 was a good year for playing triples in New York State. And then you got 2018, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So there was a couple good years for triples in New York. Maybe we'll only have one triple this year because we had so many of those years and it's balancing out, but it's likely we'll have 3 or 4 more at least. So now let's go look at states let's go look at New Jersey for Richard. Here we go, Richard. We're going to go search New Jersey. So we're going to show you some things about New Jersey. And this is pretty much, you can go pay your $8 a month to lottery post, and you can do this yourself, and you can see it's the same in every state over and over and over. We don't want to check all. We're going to go to New Jersey now. Hit New Jersey. And we're going to go down to continue. And we're going to look at New Jersey for, I'm going to put it in for 100 of them per page. And we're going to go to all their available history. and we're going to search. And you're going to see the same kind of patterns in New Jersey. So as you can see, here we are, 2023. 9s and 7s are all that came in. So they are the most likely ones. One of them two is going to try to repeat when a triple comes in. And here you go. There's your 5s, and your 5s came in twice in 2022. And 7s also came in 2022. That makes them even more likely. 7s is probably wants to repeat again even more than 9s. In 2022, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triples came in New Jersey. You've only got 2 so far, so you're a little low. But somebody always wants to repeat. So you can see it was 5s in 2022. Let's go down to 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only had 4 in 2021. And out of those 4, 5s repeated. And then you go down to 2020. That was not a good year for you. It was, oh no, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, still a little low. Got 3, 0, 9, 3. See, 3 came in twice, even though you only had 4, 3 did it twice. They'd like to repeat. Here we are in 2019. 9, 9, 9, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. See how they go close to each other? Then you got 2, 2, 2, and 3, 3, 3, and 4, 4, 4. Look at that, 4, 3, 2. Then you got 6s, and then you got 3, and then here you had 3, and it repeats itself. Like I said, they like to repeat themselves in the same year. So here's 2019. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, 2019 was a good year for triples on the East Coast, huh? So you had 1, 1, 1, 8, 8, 8, 3, 3, 3, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. There's 3, 3, 3 again. 2, 2, 2. There's 8, 8, 8 again. There's 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, and so 2 of them repeated. You got 8s came in twice and 3s came in twice. Do you see? Somebody repeats themselves in every state, every year, almost always. Here's 2018. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws. First one was 7, second one was 4, next one was 1. There's 7s again, and then there's 4s again, and then 6s. But so you see what I'm saying? Somebody likes to repeat. So that being said, you're in New Jersey. You've got 2 so far this year. You're probably going to have more. It's still a little low. There's going to be, but you're talking now, we got 6 more months. You're probably going to get at least a couple more triples. And it's probably 7 or 9 is going to be, one of them triples is going to be what's coming in. So if you're just somebody who just plays the same number every day for $1, play 7s and 9s because you know you're going to win probably sometime. It's very likely that 777 or 999 will come in again this year in New Jersey. Happens over and over. Like I said, right there. It's right there behind you. 5s came in September and then in November in New Jersey last year, right in a row. 5s and then 5s again. September, October, less than 2 months later. These patterns have been this way for 30 years. It's the same in every state. And it happens over and over and over and over. I can randomly pick any state. I'm going to randomly pick Illinois, not because I just picked that one. If you look in some of the other videos, I just picked that one the day it happened because I look at Illinois a lot because we have some friends there. And so let's go to the lottery results search engine again, and we'll go look at Illinois. So we're going to go to the pick 3s again, and we're going to go for the United States database, and we're only going to look at Illinois. But again, this happens all over. I was just in South Carolina, and 333 came in, and I saw it lining up. It was lining up in more than one state. It was the national triple that was supposed to come in, and we rolled in and we played it for day, and then got busy and forgot to play it for night, and it came in on the night. What that happens, and again, you're not going to catch every single one. And you'll find when you're watching them like this that you have to be prepared because that you wouldn't think it, but that happens a lot where you're playing something, and then you get distracted, and that's the day it comes in. It just happens that way because you already know what you're looking for. So here's Illinois. Let's go to Illinois, and I had a friend there, and I was always telling him which numbers to come in. And I tell him numbers, but he wouldn't learn the system. So I would tell him go play 333 or 777, and he would go. And in this, I don't know why this irritated, but he would go and if I said 777, he would play 777, 774, 776, 6. Like he'd play all these variations, and I'm like, no, stop doing that. Play just what I told you because you're just wasting money. Because those other ones are not hardly ever going to come in. You're just play all sevens. I don't know. He wouldn't listen. Now, oops, that's the one I picked, but hold on, I did that wrong because I was yapping at you. You go down here, and we're gonna do the all available history, so we can look back as far as we want. We're gonna do 100 of them a page, and we're gonna hit search. Now, 2023, Illinois has had 3 triples so far. That's about spot on because you get usually 5 to 7, so it's the middle of the year, so they're probably gonna get some more. Now, if we were looking at Illinois again, 444, 555, and 777 have come in this year. That gives them all more weight to come in. I don't even know if a triple is set up in Illinois yet because I've been working on the Ohio Challenge site and some Filthy Phrase sites, and we have a lot of websites, and that one just launched, and I don't have time to do everything all the time for the pick 3 predictions, and that's why they're not updated right now. But we know 666 is the trending, and we know that that means 5s and 7s in Illinois have more weight because 6 at this particular minute because 666 is the national. But you can see again 4s, then skip 1, then 4s, then 4s, then 5s, and here's 444 and 444 and 444, which my friend should have got because that's his daughter's birthday. It has a lot of 4s in it, and he always plays it, but I don't know if he got those either. But again, you can just look at all the way back 222, and then there's 222 again, and here's 555 twice in a row. I mean, it's the same in every state. 3s and then 2s, 4s and 4s and then 4s again and then 4s again. I mean, you can just 4s and then 5s. You can just look at there's 1s and 1s. 3s and 7s play. Don't know why, but there's 2s and then 3s and then 7s. 3s play with 8s too. I like 3s. They're very friendly. I get 3s right a lot. So this is what's happening in Illinois. So if you're in the state of Illinois, 4s, 5s, and 7s most likely to hit again sometime this year. So that's something to keep in your mind. And then you go back to lottery results and go to daily number games. And then you go to your state. So today we're in Illinois. And we go to Illinois. And in Illinois, we have a front indicator. There's a 1 that repeats at the end. 191. That's an indicator that a triple would like to come in. Okay. 443. There's another indicator that a triple would like to come in. On midday. On nighttime, no indicator. You got back ones, but no front ones on Illinois. So your daytime number tomorrow is where you probably would be most likely to get a triple. Now, here's your 4-4 in 1, 2, 3. There was a good chance of a triple today, didn't happen. And then 1, 9, 1, and it skipped 1, 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow it should skip. The next most hottest day will be not Monday, but Tuesday. This indicator is most likely to throw one here or Tuesday. I also don't know why it does that, but right now you got 333 right here, 3 vertical, and you got 9. Now 3 is the strongest vertical for Illinois right now, but 3 is not coming in national. 3 is not. There's nothing to back up the 3 except for this vertical run, but there's a 9 right here, 9 vertical run. 999 was one of the last 2 national numbers. So 3s and 9s are looking like the triple that could come in here, and then you got to wait it out to the fact that you're looking for 4s, 5s, or 7s, or you're looking for 6s or 9s. Those all have more weight because the national and the state trends and the national trends give those things more weight. So And 777 just came in Illinois, right back here I, right here, where we predicted it. And uh, so if, if this lines up, so if today, the draw today on if tomorrow, tomorrow's midday draw has 1 7 or 2 7s or 1 or 2 7s, if there's a 7 in tomorrow midday draw, then you in Illinois would have the perfect setup to have 777 come in again, because you have your front indicator, you would have a vertical 7, you'd have 7s here. If that's something you can potentially see what might set up. So personally, I wouldn't be playing a lot in Illinois today. I might play a couple of 9s, a couple 3s, maybe even the 7s, but I wouldn't be playing a lot. But you can see back here when I picked these 777, you can see at the time there was 2 7s. That's a front 7. That's an indicator that the next draw, or 1 2 3, would be try to be a triple. So that, or any of them really, but so 777. So this 773 was an indicator a triple was trying to hit, and there it did. Boom, 7's the next one. And then it would have also been an indicator that 1 2 3, and this one could have been a triple, and it tried. We're trying to have a lot of triples over and over. 3 4 4 1, 3 3, 9 9, 3 and 3. I mean, this was just, there was this, Illinois at the time was dying to have a triple. You got 2 4 2, 1 7 1, 4 4 7. So when I called this, and you can watch the other video, you had an indicator 4 4 7, which by the way happened to be the first triple number I ever won on. It's not a triple as 444. The reason I had been playing 447 at the time, and this was 30 years ago, in New York, it had never come in like 25 years. That was the only number that had never come in, and I started playing it, and it came in that week. That was just luck. It was what made me look at the patterns. So you had, when I called this 777, you had a double 4 right here, you had a double 7 right there. It was trying to have a triple, and it had vertical 7s, and it had vertical 4s. And I must have said 7s because there must have been something set up at the time that indicated to me that nationally that 7s was good. And that's why I picked 7s right there. So hopefully I haven't confused you. Again, it's first what's going national, then it's what's going vertical. First, it's the indicator. You're looking for indicators. Let's pick a random state. Daily numbers. Let's do random state. Let me see if I can remember. What's the other state that really, there's another state that's really been a long time, been out a long time. Which one is it? Is it Wisconsin? Or is it Washington? I think it's Wisconsin. Let's go to Wisconsin. I don't remember. One of the other states has not had a triple for like 7 months. I'll have to go search and see. Let's look at Wisconsin. Let's guess that this is the one that hasn't had a triple in a long time. Here's midday, which they have not drawn yet today. 007. There's your indicator. A triple wants to come in. Here's where a triple tried to come in, although it doesn't indicate anything. 2 back 9s. It's 1 2 3 draws. This is the perfect draw right here. Today, midday, is the draw that a triple would love to come in. This is the most hottest time after this front hit for these 007. Indicates that one would like to come in here, and it tried. There's 2 9s, or 1 2 3 draws. It's the next draw. Today's draw is hot for a triple in Wisconsin. And what's running vertical? 2s and 6s. 6 is right there, 2's right there. So 666 was the national number. 666 is the hottest number that could come in right here, midday on Wisconsin. 222 is also a possibility. I don't see any indication of the 5s or the 7s really, and the 9s has a slight indication here but that's horizontal. Horizontal is never as strong of an indication as vertical, and you got 6 is vertical and 2 is vertical, 6 is national. I do not remember what the last triple that came in Wisconsin is. I have to go search Wisconsin. Let me see if I had it right, because I cannot remember because there's so many states. So lottery results search engine. So if you're not into this is probably boring you by now, but hopefully you're getting the idea. We're going to go to United States. I want to show you a bunch of stuff. I don't want to check all, so I want to show you a bunch of different states so that you can start to pick up the patterns. Again, the first thing you look for is a indicator in your state. The front number repeats. Front number comes, it's a double, the front number, it doesn't matter whether it comes in 1-1 or 1-2-1 or whatever, the first number repeats. That's your indicator. Okay, so I'm looking at just what has come in Wisconsin. We're gonna, as far as triples, we're gonna go triples. We're gonna go 100 per page. We're gonna go all-time history, and we're gonna go search. Yes, was Wisconsin. As you can see, Wisconsin has not even had a triple this year. It's very rare a state goes a whole year without a triple. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 2022. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 2021. Only 3 in 2020. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 in 2019. Only 2 in 2018. Sometimes this has some real low amounts of triples, Wisconsin. Wow, you don't have as many as the rest of us. Well, you're due for a year when you have a whole bunch. Maybe next year. Alrighty. Well, anyway. Here we've got, look at that, Wisconsin, last one, 666. Guess what the hottest number for today in Wisconsin is? It's 666. Your second hottest one might be, so let's see, what came in last year? It's going to want to repeat something even from last year. So you got 666, 555, 111, 555. See right there, 555 repeated, 111 repeated. This is all out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws in 2022, and 111 came in twice and 555 came in twice. Look at this, and here's 222 3 times in a row. Does this all over the country, over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. 4 to 4, 4 and 4 again, and then down to 3, and then down to 2, and then 2 3 times, and then down to 1, and then 1 again, and then we go over to 5s, and 5 again, and up to 6s. 666 or 555, your best bets in Wisconsin when it breaks to give you triple. Today has a triple indicator on midday. Your best one is 666. You got a vertical run in, as I showed you. And we'll look at it again so you can see. I want you to see this. We don't know what's coming here. I don't know what time they draw that one. But we're going to go all the way back to lottery results. Now you know there's not been a triple at all this year in Wisconsin. You're going to go to the vertical thing. And so you know that last triple in Wisconsin was 666. Gives that the most likely one to come in again this year. You know it's way overdue. They haven't had one at all this year. So anytime you got, here you're going to look at Wisconsin, turn off the 4 so we don't have any extra. Oh my God, Lo, turn it back on. Look at that. See what I mean? There's 666 in that draw right there. So look at how many 6s there were yesterday. So turn that off. Okay, now look. Here's your front indicator, 007. The most likely time for a triple to come in is 3 skips. Skip 1, skip 2, skip 3. Boom. Midday today, July 2nd. 666 was the last number. That's the hottest one in Wisconsin. 666 was the last national, hot in the nation. 6 going vertical. 6 here and a 6 here, vertical. And there's a 6 there. You got a vertical 6s. The hottest number for Wisconsin, July 2nd today. Really good chance of 666 coming in. Again, you're only putting things in your favor, not a guarantee, but a really good bet in Wisconsin today. And here you go. Look at 666 tried to come in over here too. 676. I'll tell you what this means. Here's your indicator here on evening Wisconsin. 1, 2, 3. You're also setting up for a triple on Wisconsin evening. Your triple on evening. You only got vertical 8s here. You got horizontal 6s. You don't have any other, so there's 194. There's no close thing here. 788. So 8 with the back 8, you can see that's a triple trying to hit. So that tells you more. Triple's trying to hit. Triple tried to hit here. These are all indicators. Triple's trying to hit. So today in Wisconsin, a triple's trying to hit. For multiple reasons, my first choice would be 6s. 666, 666. Now, the evening also has a little bit of 8's, not got a lot of indications, but it's a possibility. I mean, it's been out so long, I might even play that. I might play $1 in every one of them in Wisconsin or New York because they've been out for so long. You're going to get a triple soon. So, even though you got vertical 8s here, I'd still play. You got horizontal 6s. I don't care with 6s being the last Wisconsin number and 6s being the national number. And 666 is in numerology is an 18, which is a 9, which is the number of Jesus, and that's not the devil's number till he steals it. And when I win it, Jesus gave it to me. So I'm telling you, that's what you should probably play in Wisconsin today. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, I hope, Richard, that I've made this somewhat clear. I know until you get used to looking at it, maybe it's not as clear as it could be. And I know this has been a long video, but hopefully you can see the patterns. Good luck, everybody, and watch this a couple times now and learn it, because in a few months or maybe a few weeks, it's going to be behind a paywall. Love you guys, and good luck.